Welcome back to the channel. Turkey have ended their FIFA World Cup 2026 campaign on a high after producing a dramatic 3-2 victory over the United States in one of the most entertaining matches of the group stage. Although the United States had already secured first place in Group D before kickoff, Turkey showed tremendous character, fighting spirit and determination to come from behind twice before scoring a dramatic stoppage-time winner. It was a result that restored pride for Turkey, while the United States, despite the defeat, still progressed to the knockout stage as group winners. The match exploded into life almost immediately. The United States made the perfect start when defender Auston Trusty rose highest from a corner kick in just the 3rd minute to give the Americans an early 1-0 lead. It looked as though the hosts would continue the impressive form that had already seen them defeat Paraguay and Australia to qualify for the round of 32. Their confidence was visible from the opening whistle, even with manager Mauricio Pochettino making several changes to rest key players before the knockout stage. Turkey, however, refused to let the early setback affect them. A team that had already been eliminated from the tournament could easily have lost motivation, but instead they responded with determination. Just minutes after conceding, Arda Güler produced a composed finish to level the score. The equalizer completely changed the momentum and gave Turkey the belief that they could still leave the tournament with a memorable result. As the first half continued, Turkey began to grow into the game. Their midfield controlled possession more effectively, while their attacking movement caused increasing problems for the American defense. The pressure finally paid off in the 31st minute when Orkun Kökçü finished a superb attacking move to put Turkey ahead 2-1. Suddenly, the United States found themselves trailing for the first time in the match, while Turkey were playing with confidence and freedom. Despite the scoreline, the United States never stopped fighting. Early in the second half, Sebastian Berhalter scored his first international goal to bring the Americans back level at 2-2. The equalizer shifted the momentum once again and created another fascinating chapter in a match that was already full of excitement. Both teams pushed forward, looking for a winner, creating chances at both ends of the pitch. Another positive moment for the United States came with the return of Christian Pulisic. After missing time through injury, the American captain came off the bench in the second half and immediately added creativity and energy to the attack. His movement and passing helped the United States create several promising opportunities, but Turkey continued defending with discipline and commitment. As the match entered stoppage time, many expected both teams to settle for a draw. Instead, Turkey produced one final attack. Deep into added time, Kaan Ayhan arrived at the perfect moment inside the penalty area to score the winning goal, sending the Turkish players and supporters into celebration. It was the final kick of the match and one of the most dramatic endings of the World Cup group stage. One of the biggest stories of the night was Turkey's mentality. Even though they had already been eliminated before kickoff, they continued playing with intensity and pride. Their attacking football, resilience, and refusal to give up showed the character of the squad. Instead of leaving the tournament with 3 straight defeats, they earned a memorable victory against one of the host nations and gave their fans something to celebrate. For the United States, the defeat will certainly be disappointing, but it does not erase the excellent work they produced during the group stage. Victories over Paraguay and Australia had already guaranteed first place in Group D, allowing Mauricio Pochettino to rotate his squad and protect several important players ahead of the knockout rounds. While defensive mistakes proved costly against Turkey, the bigger objective of winning the group had already been achieved. The match also highlighted the depth of the American squad. Several players who do not regularly start were given valuable minutes against quality opposition. Although the result did not go in their favor, the experience gained could prove important later in the tournament when squad rotation becomes necessary. Pochettino will now focus on correcting the defensive lapses while preparing his strongest lineup for the round of 32. For Turkey, this victory was about restoring pride. Their World Cup journey may have ended in the group stage, but defeating the United States in such dramatic fashion showed the quality that exists within the squad. Players like Arda Güler, Orkun Kökçü and Kaan Ayhan delivered outstanding performances and reminded everyone that Turkey remained a dangerous team capable of competing with strong opposition. When the final whistle sounded, the scoreboard read Turkey 3, United States 2. A thrilling contest, 5 goals, dramatic twists, and a stoppage time winner made this one of the most memorable matches of the group stage. Turkey left the tournament with their heads held high, while the United States moved on as Group D winners, knowing that the real challenge begins in the knockout rounds.